Good evening, everybody. I'm Fictional Crystals, and the leaks are everywhere. 2-minute previews for all of the new Steven Bomb episodes have been leaked, along with a few screenshots. And these are pretty major spoilers. Let me start with the more calm preview of Dugout. Just like with the promo we got before, we see Steven and Connie recapping what happened on the show recently. Then Doug, Connie's dad, shows up and tricks Steven into thinking he's under arrest. Doug's out in Beach City for his job. That job either being to find or observe what Onion's doing, or to investigate Funland. Overall, not much in the preview, so let's look at the screenshots. Steven and Connie are on a stakeout with Doug. They put on disguises. I bet they didn't need to, but Doug's just going along with it. Steven looks like Luigi and Connie looks like Carmen Sandiego. The three go into Funland. They enter through a hole in the wire fence, and it looks like someone already broke in before them. Then you can see them going inside the hyperspace ride and it turning on. This ride was shown in the promo. I feel like this ride's going to be somewhat important, considering that it's a space-themed ride. And this is the Steven Bomb, where people are being taken by HomeWorld gems and going into space. Eventually they find Onion there, and they probably assume he's the only one who's been sneaking around Funland. In the promo, there was a wanted poster of him, but it was covered over with missing. You can see that Onion's pants are a bit torn up. What if it wasn't just him causing the trouble in Funland? What if Doug, Connie, and Steven didn't realize the HomeWorld gems were doing stuff there too? They just assume it's all Onion. But Onion's not able to tell them about this because they can't understand what he's saying. Let's move on to the Good Lars. As I guessed before, Steven is trying something Lars made. After that, Buck invites them to a party. If you look closely, you can see he's wearing the Guitar Dad shirt, which is just a cute little detail. And Lars said bingo bongo, which is probably a reference to something.
Bingo bongo!
Again, not much going on, it's all stuff we already guessed. So let's look at the screenshots. Lars is making some food for the party. He's panicking a bit because he wants it to be perfect. Then you can see them at Sour Cream's house. And then Steven on the phone to someone. Lars hasn't been in any of the pictures of them at Sour Cream's house. We know he's one of the ones who gets taken by HomeWorld gems. Maybe he got taken before the party. Or he's a bit flustered with his cooking, so he didn't end up showing up, or is late, or decided to leave early. Or you know, he's just on the other side of the room, which they didn't show on camera yet. The Are You My Dad preview is also pretty tame. It's just the gems building a sandcastle, Steven waiting for a parcel, and Amethyst making a bunch of Jack and the Beanstalk references. There was a little callback to Cheeseburger Backpack, which was cute.
Bring me a post.
Hey, Mr. Postman, bring me a post. Bring me the post that I love the most.
Steven goes to the Big Donut to get him and Amethyst some donuts. But then he'll find out Sadie and Lars aren't there. He'll also notice the missing poster for Onion, and realizes that Jamie still hasn't arrived with his package. So him and Connie try to figure out where his other friends have gone. It looks like they have missing posters here. Eventually they end up running into Topaz and Aquamarine in the Onion Gang woods. And Connie will get taken by them. Finally, there's I Am My Mom. Now things are getting good. Topaz and Aquamarine are taking Steven's friends, just Steven's friends. The humans they're taking are the ones Steven reported to Peridot all the way back in Marble Madness. The only one they haven't got is Greg, or as they know him as, my dad.
There's my dad, Connie, Lars and Sadie, the mailman, Onion, I think.
Are you my dad?
They must be having some trouble finding him, because lots of humans are known as Dad. Topaz is a fusion. Her gems are on either side of her head, where ears would be on a human. Topaz being a fusion was leaked by HoennBorn a little while back. I did record a video on this, but I didn't have enough time to finish editing it, so I didn't end up uploading it. HoennBorn got Aquamarine and Topaz's names right, and the fact that Topaz is a fusion. They also mentioned Steven going to HomeWorld. Considering HoennBorn's track record with leaks, they're probably right, Steven will go to HomeWorld at some point. It makes sense that Topaz is a fusion, because when HomeWorld sends smaller gems, they usually have to fuse to fight, as long as they're just fusing with the same gem type. Pearl makes it seem like Topaz and Aquamarine are rare elite gems. Aquamarine is one of Blue Diamond's elites, and the Topaz fusion is one of Yellow Diamond's. Steven and the gems set out to Funland, and Steven calls Connie. Her ringtone is the song they dance to in Alone Together.
What I was trying to say was...
Instead of Connie showing up, they find Topaz. The preview ends there, which is perfect timing, but there are still some screenshots. I'm just going to say this right now, Topaz at the end of the preview was terrifying. Topaz is the manliest looking gem we've ever seen, even though we know all gems are she's, with a few Steven related exceptions. I wonder how different she looks separated. She's able to absorb people, though it might not be a unique power, since she could have just shapeshifted around people and Rose's sword. Although the people in her do look kind of shrunken. Her, Steven, and Connie are fighting in a spaceship, and Aquamarine seems about ready to take off. Aquamarine looks very sassy. It seems like she's taunting Steven here. This episode is called I Am My Mom, so he could be telling her he is Rose Quartz. But she says something like he's too short to be Rose Quartz or that he's human. Aquamarine has these antennae looking things on her head which come and go throughout the screenshots. It's the same color as her one thing, so it might just be a hair accessory that she can use as something else. They found Aquamarine and Topaz in Funland, which is also where they found Onion. So I'm guessing their spaceship is somewhere around or near there. It would be a fairly easy place to blend in with. But anyway, we only got a few more days until the new Steven Bomb airs. So thanks for watching, cause that will be all.
Cool.